Hello there. I'm Camille Smith, owner and founder of You Unlimited and creator of Restoration Yoga. So, I'm here to share another tool for your toolkit, for your Stress Buster toolkit. This particular technique is very widely known. Maybe you don't know about it, but a lot of people have used this particular technique. It's called EFT or tapping. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. And I think the reason it's called that is because once you use it and you see the results that come from EFT and tapping, you will feel freer. So we've been talking about how negative emotions can weigh you down, can sort of get stored in your body and cause you all kinds of unwanted side effects. And so, having numerous tools in your toolkit will definitely be to your benefit because you can try different ones, see what resonates with you, what works for you. And then when you start getting that familiar feeling like you're getting tied up in a knot, for me, it's usually like a pit in my stomach, and I feel just like I can't really focus on what I need to do that day. All I do is think about that particular thing that's causing me anxiety. So, the symptoms show up differently for everybody, and maybe yours are different, the way you feel when you feel stress pushing on you. But that doesn't matter. So let me just tell you that EFT and tapping are a great way to release and reduce stress for you and anxiety, but way more than that. So think really big. When you start using tapping in your life, you can use it for those things I mentioned, stress and anxiety. You can use tapping to help reduce your pain. You can use it to get rid of cravings. If you're an emotional eater or you have cravings you can't get over, if you have addictions, phobias, you can use it on anything. And the good thing about tapping is it's non-invasive. It's free once you use it, so you don't have to pay somebody to go for therapy or whatever. And it's like there's no side effects. And so why not try it, right? So I don't want to get into a lot of the background because I want to just dig right in and teach you guys this method. But basically, our bodies are electrical in nature, and the tapping system I'm going to teach you is based on centuries old technique that 5,000 years ago the Chinese discovered meridians, which is basically energy circuits in your body. And so acupuncture and acupressure, if you've ever heard of those things or tried them, this is sort of like that a little bit, but I promise there's no needles. It's just tapping. So what you're doing is you're unblocking areas in your body that are blocked, and those emotions get sort of trapped inside. And when you do this tapping, it releases the energy to move freely through your body. And it's amazing. I've used it for so many different things. And so anyway, let's get started. I'm going to show you how to do it, and we'll go through a couple rounds of it. So I'm going to just choose a topic. I don't see anybody here that's requesting anything in particular. If you are here and you want me to address a particular thing, then type it in and I will do that. Otherwise, I'm looking, I don't see anything so far. I will just go ahead and choose something to tap on. So let's just choose on uncertainty and anxiety about the future, okay? Because right now we're going through this pandemic. It's creating a lot of ripple effects and a lot of stress because mostly we're uncomfortable because we don't know. So we're going to just tap on that. So the first thing you do when you start tapping is you choose your statement. Okay, so our statement, we're going to say 3 times, and at the same time, we're going to tap this area here called the karate chop point. So it's between, the base of your pinky knuckle and where your wrist starts. There's that little fleshy area that's called the karate chop point. So we're going to tap there with 2 fingers or 3. I just use all of my fingers because why not? So what you're going to do is choose a thing that you want to work on. So let's say stress and uncertainty over my future. That's what I'm going to choose, okay? So what you want to do is say this. And if you guys want to take a second and think about what you want to tap on, you can insert your own thing in the space. I'll tell you when. So let's just say this together. Even though I have this extreme stress over the future. I have anxiety over the future. I don't know what's going to happen. I completely trust and love myself. Okay, so we're going to do that 3 times. Keep tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I'm feeling stress and worry and unrest about the future and what's going to happen, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So you see, it's kind of like an affirmation. Let's do it one more time. Even though I'm feeling so much stress, so much uncertainty, so much discomfort about the future, so I'm changing it a little each time, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Here's another thing about tapping. When you start tapping and you start giving voice to these emotions, you will just start saying what you need to hear. Okay, so I started out one way and it began to morph, and that will happen to you too, and it's good. So go with it. Okay, so after you say your even though statements 3 times, we're going to go through all the tapping points, and I'll try to go slowly. So let go of the karate chop point, and then just going to take 2 fingers or 3 fingers, and you're just going to tap first the crown of your head. Okay, and so in your mind, you're thinking about your stress, whatever it is for you. So worry, anxiety, this anxiety. Then we're going to tap on the inside of the eyebrows right here. And I'm still thinking about that thing that's stressing me out, even though. Okay, and then out here on the outer edges of your brows right here. Okay, and then underneath your eyes. So you're still thinking about that thing that's stressing you out. This uncertainty, this stress, this worry. That's what I'm saying to remind myself. And then you're coming down here underneath your nose. So usually about 7 times you want to tap. I'm just tapping as long as I'm talking. Also, it doesn't matter if I use the right hand or the left hand. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm still thinking about the stress, the worry, the anxiety over the future. Go down there underneath my mouth. And then I'm going to go here to, they're called the K27s or sore spots. So there's this little notch right here in your collarbone, and then those sort of parts that stick up right there. And if you go over and down, there's that little area there. If you rub it, it probably feel a little bit tender to you. There's lymph nodes there. And so if they're congested, that's why you'll feel it. Okay, so I'm going to tap on those sore spots, still thinking stress, anxiety, worry, stress, anxiety, worry. Okay, and then the next point is underneath your armpit. Okay, tap it about 7 times, still thinking about whatever it is for you. And then come underneath here. It's called BN, below the nipple. So for ladies, it's kind of like at the bottom of your bra strap. For guys, it's just right below the nipple a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to go to the hands. So the inside of the thumb right here, tapping kind of near the thumbnail. Still thinking about that thing. And then the index finger. Okay. Middle finger. And then we skip the ring finger and go to the baby finger. And then we end up in the karate chop point. So we did one whole round of all the tapping points. And now what we're going to do is something kind of different called the 9 gamut point. Okay, so right here between your pinky knuckle and your ring finger knuckle, if you come down just a little bit, you can put your finger, there's a little ridge there. We're going to tap on this area. And this next exercise is kind of like a reset for your brain. Okay, so you can still be thinking about whatever that is that you're trying to change, get rid of, whatever. So what you do first is you close your eyes tight, open up your eyes, look down hard to the right with your eyes, look down hard to the left with your eyes. Now make a circle with your eyes, like your nose is the middle of the clock. And then go the other direction, all the way up and around. And the next part is humming happy birthday. Kind of fast, and then count to 5. Sorry, I forgot to keep tapping. Count to 5 really fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go back to the humming. You can hum anything. I just pick happy birthday. Okay, take a couple of breaths. And then we're going to go through the round of tapping again. So you'll see this is all going to make sense. So just come with me. Tap the top of your head. If you're not just perfect, it's okay. That's why we're using a lot of fingers. So we can hit all those spots. Something stress, anxiety, discomfort, and worry about the future. That's what I'm tapping on. Inside of the brows, I'm using both hands because I can. Outside of the brows, okay? And then underneath the eyes, underneath the nose, underneath the mouth. Remember the sore spots right here, underneath your armpit. below the nipple, and then the edges of your fingers, thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, baby finger, and here. Take a couple of breaths. Okay, now I want you to think about what your issue was and see if it's gone down. Okay, so this is something that I forgot to tell you at the beginning. I apologize, but guess what? We're going to go through this again so you can do it again. At the beginning, when you start tapping, you want to rank your fear, phobia, stress, whatever it is, on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 is the lowest, and 10 is like like super, super stressed, super worried, frantic, anxious, whatever. Okay, so you choose how you feel about that particular thing on a scale of 1 to 10 in your head. Okay, for me, it was like a 6. All right, so if it's really low, you probably want to choose something else to tap on, something that's higher so you can move it down. All right, so if mine was a 6 starting, I'm probably down to about like a 3 on that thing. So if you find yourself still kind of high, your ranking is still kind of high, what you do is you go through that round again. So what you want to do is say this. Go back to our karate chop point. Let's go through it again. Think about what it is that you're working on, that same issue, okay? And then you're going to use the word remaining. Okay, so it goes like this. Even though I have this remaining worry and stress about the future, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. We're going to say it 3 times. Even though I'm feeling stressed because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and I'm not sure what's going to happen with my business or home or a million things, and it makes me so worried, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then one more time. Even though I'm feeling so worried about this remaining stress and discomfort about the future, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So that's 3 times using the word remaining. So we're working on that little bit that's still there. So I stopped tapping. Now we're going to go through all the points again. Okay, so top of the head. Now, in your mind, you're thinking about that remaining stress, anxiety, or whatever it is. Because we want the emotion to be up near the top while you're tapping so we can get to it, okay? So this remaining worry, this remaining stress. Okay, so inside of the brows, outside of the brows, underneath the eyes. Try to go slower if you guys are coming along with me. Underneath the nose. Underneath your lip, right there in that little crease. This remaining stress and worry. So whatever it is for you. This remaining whatever it is for you. And then the sore spots right here, just kind of underneath the collarbone a little bit, like maybe an inch down. Tapping there. Underneath the armpit. And then below the nipple, ladies, it's like the bottom of your bra strap. And then coming to the edges of your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, and your little finger. And then we finish up here at the karate chop point. Okay, so you remember the second phase after we go through all the points is the 9 gamut point. Okay, so it's right here between the pinky knuckle and the ring finger knuckle. There's that little line there. That's where you're going to tap. Now, while we tap, we're going to move our eyes. And it seems like a weird thing, but believe me, it's really helpful in resetting the brain. If you've ever done rapid eye therapy or anything with blinking your eyes, and I've done lots of therapies like that to erase trauma and stress, it works really well. So just go with it, okay? So what we're going to do first is close the eyes really tight, open the eyes really big, and then look down hard to the right. Look down to the right-hand corner of your eyes. Now over to the left-hand corner, still tapping here. And then I'm going to make a circle with my eyes, like my nose is the middle of the clock going all the way around. And now the opposite direction, going down and around. You don't move your head, just your eyes. It's kind of hard, right? And then after that, you're going to hum a couple seconds of a song. I choose Happy Birthday. And then count to 5 fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then hum again. Okay. Stop tapping. Take a breath. And then we're going to go through the round of tapping one more time. So remember, in your mind, you're thinking this remaining stress and worry, this remaining anxiety, this remaining whatever it is. So tapping on the inside of the brows, the outside of the brows, underneath your eyes. We're trying to keep that emotion up at the surface where you can access it and you can release it. This is a release. Underneath your mouth. Okay, right here in the sore spots. Definitely getting sore now, right? Underneath your armpit, below the nipple, and then tapping on the fingers. So thumb, index finger, middle finger, skip the ring finger and go to the baby finger, and then the karate chop point. Okay, take a couple of breaths. Okay, so we just did our second round on our same complaint, habit, stress, whatever it is for you. Remember, you can use tapping and EFT on anything. It's non-invasive, it's free, and there's no side effects. So try it on everything. Now, so we went through that second round. What you want to do now is give yourself a ranking or rating from 1 to 10. So for me, I started the tapping at about a 6. Okay. After the first round of tapping, I went down to, I think I said like a 3. I can't even remember now. And so if you're not all the way down to 0 and you want to be, then you go through the round again. And when you're doing your setup statement, you use remaining. Even though I have this remaining whatever, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay? So don't forget the remaining part. So I want you to try this, okay? Think about what is causing you discomfort right now. What emotion? Maybe you've got something that's really eating at you and it won't leave you alone. Think of that. Write it down in a statement, okay? And so the opening statement is, even though I have this fill in the blank, anxiety and worry over the future is what I used, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So there's the first part of what is, and then there's the second part of, even though that's true, I still accept myself. Okay, believe me, this part at the beginning is very important. And then you go through the rounds of tapping that we just did, all of the points, and then you do the 9 gamut point here, and you do the eyes. Close, open, hard down to the right, hard down to the left. Make a circle clockwise. Make a circle with your eyes the other way. Hum 2 seconds of happy birthday. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count to 5 fast. And then hum again. And then you go through all of the tapping points, Okay? Showing you the tapping points. Some of you guys just got on right now, and that's fine. I'm about to finish up here, but I want to let you know that I'm going to share this on my page, and you can come back and do the whole thing from the very beginning, okay? Please comment or send me a message if you have any questions on any of the things that I've taught today. This is EFT and tapping to release stress. Another one of my stress busters. It's not anything that I developed. I discovered it. I was taught it by somebody else, and it is so effective. And you can do it for yourself. You can teach your loved ones, your children, your husband, your wife, whoever. You can teach it to them, and they can do it too. In fact, if you go on YouTube and you just type in EFT for cravings or tapping for whatever, you'll see a lot of different videos on there. And sometimes if there's a particular thing I want to work on, like I had this craving for chocolate chip cookies that would not go away. It's like I wake up every day and I would just think about chocolate chip cookies. I mean, it was not normal. And so I used that particular craving for chocolate chip cookies, and I actually tapped on it. And you know what? It went away. So let me just say this. When that thing that you're trying to get rid of, what it means when it goes away is the sting is gone. So if it's an addiction or a craving for me, it's not like I can never eat chocolate chip cookies again. If that was true, I would have never done it because I love chocolate chip cookies. But it took away that unnatural craving. And so if it's pain or a painful memory or stress, It doesn't erase the memory of the thing that happened. It takes the sting away from it. So you can think about that memory and you don't have that uncomfortable, angsty feeling come along with it. So try it. See if it works for you. Let me know what you think, and please ask any questions. Thank you guys for tuning in, and follow me. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Restoration Yoga. So I have all of my stress busters there, all of them, including this one, but not quite yet, as soon as I get it done. All right, see you guys. Have a wonderful day. Love ya.